Now, why is the McCain case study relevant? I think that's the right place to begin. The stage has been set very well with what the industry needs. Think big, act fast. So how do you act fast? I think that really is at the core, and Akshay mentioned the supply chain. The supply chain in India honestly prevents all of us from acting fast, especially when it comes to the restaurant sector. So what I will do is take this opportunity to share with you how McCain has been enabling the act fast business. Not only is it enabling act fast, at your end, at the restaurateur end, but how McCain is taking steps itself. That as you guys, move forward at a rapid pace, which is bound to happen, and McCain should also be keeping pace. Before we move, into the actions, I think the stage has been set, but here's a good sense of the numbers. The numbers are large. And depending on who gives the numbers, the largeness kind of varies. But the fact is the numbers are large, and the growth possibilities, 25, 100, it's big. Breakout, Akshay mentioned. We are indeed at a phase where there is going to be a breakout. The other point on this slide, honestly, is the fact that the breakout will not come from just one segment. What India has seen over the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years, different forms of eating out are opening up, and they're getting more and more organized, which gives us all a chance to participate in that growth. Now, what are the factors for success? We just have to keep it simple. At the one end, there are consumers. They're a demanding lot. When it comes to food, yes, the growth is going to happen, but when they walk into your restaurant, they need to leave their restaurant feeling really positive about the experience. Both Naren and Manu talked about the importance of brands. Yes, brand is important, but the credibility of the brand is built by the experience and the food they eat inside. So we need to be really sure how we are going to meet the demanding consumer expectations, and I'll talk a bit about that. The other is hygiene. We have a large eating out market, but if there's one thing people are concerned about, and the government is also now beginning to regulate all of this, is around hygiene. Second, you need to have a very efficient supply chain as well as store operations. So if you handle these two things well, then only can you act fast. So what does it mean? Basically, these two things are pulling us in two different directions. Consumers want variety, they want hygiene, they want speed of service. Time between order to delivery really has to be compressed. There has to be a nice ambience. Taste is important. And people in India still walk into a restaurant, not just individuals, but either in a group or with a family. So therefore, the menus need to take care of the large variety of consumer expectations. So really, what do we do from now? 3 goals we have set for ourselves to participate in the growth of this industry. The number one, as I mentioned, is about creating the right awareness and trial about frozen solutions. The number 2 is to widen our portfolio, get into more snacks, get into more ingredients. And the last thing, really have a very reliable supply chain, which ensures we are reaching out to as many restaurateurs, operators who are keen on a frozen solution. Today, it is a barrier. The way our cold chain works in India, we really have to be very, very careful that the product quality is totally in our control, that we work with the right transporters who keep the temperature the way it should be. So as we get this network going wider around frozen, the choice of transporters, the choice of equipment becomes very key. So with that, I'd like to close, requesting everybody here that if you feel the need for a frozen solution, feel free to be in touch with us, even if it's just to explore what it's all about, because that is what will help you act fast, get to scale as you look at your store operations, as you look at how to have the right menu, which has variety, and yet it doesn't hold up speed. Thank you so much.